I remember being dragged into a meeting, and not only do I hate meetings, I hate meetings where I'm the one being dragged in to be told off.
You're watching a highlight from Agency Forge with me, Ed Leek, exclusive community for PPC agency owners, so stop f***ing about in those other groups and join agencyforge.com, application only, terms and conditions apply, etc.
Client happiness. So if you've got a frustrating client that's hard to work with, then you need to understand, is it them or is it you? Are you looking at things like how often do we have a meeting? Is the relationship good? Is it positive or negative sentiment? Do they trust us? Are we unsure? It's not about the work. Are we going above and beyond? And can we quantify what that means? So if you say, oh yeah, we over-deliver, can you actually qualify that statement and say, we over-deliver because of X, Y, and Z? Are they getting more value than you charge them, which is a big one? Are you getting the results, obviously? So it's like literally an operational checklist to say, I'm ticking off each of these things for my client to say that I can do this. It probably should start with, are you getting the results? Are we communicating regularly? How frequently? Are we in charge of the communications? So that's really important for me. Are we getting results, and are we in charge of communications? They're probably the two biggest things in my operations playbook. If we haven't spoken to the client, why not? If we're not delivering at or above, why not? And have we told the client? If not, why not? I think the honesty is best policy is probably what has preserved our clients for the longest. We fuck up, we contact the client. Performance is down, we contact the client. I'm not on about like a blip, a one day, all that nonsense. I mean, week on week, there's something wrong, we contact the client. It's like, look, we've highlighted this. This is the way we think we need to get out of this. This is what we think is happening. This is our diagnosis. This is our prescription to get out of this situation. I remember being dragged into a meeting in another city because we weren't on top of communication. So the account manager or marketing manager at the client would always be the one contacting us. You've overspent, or why are you spending on this? Or our conversion rate's down, or this landing page doesn't work anymore. This kind of conversation. They were running us, we weren't running the show. And not only do I hate meetings, I hate meetings where I'm the one being dragged in to be told off. I never want to go through that experience again. I think that's what triggered speed reports. It's like a regular cadence. That's all like the empathy side of the business, isn't it? That's all the touchy-feely is. It's not the Google ads.
It makes sense, because what you're saying is, first and foremost, get results. And if you're not getting results, communicate it. And then being on top of communicating regularly to let them know of updates, and not then have them come out to you and ask the questions, because that's when you're on the back foot the whole time.
I firmly believe if you can avoid a client coming to you, you massively, massively increase your odds of retention and keeping them happy. So if the client ever has that psychology of, oh, I'm chasing this agency, they're crap.
That's the main complaint most people have as well. It's like they're always the ones to reach out and ask, oh, what's going on?
It's game over. To pull a client back from that mindset is so difficult because they feel burned, and it changes the dynamic. That client where we had an argument, essentially, I got dragged in. They didn't remain a client for much longer, but they knew that. They were setting an example. They dragged me in to bollock me, and then a few months later we went separate ways. So it was just it felt like being back at school. Absolutely atrocious. But I was green and I needed the money, and at the time I didn't know that I was being bullied, essentially. But we did a shit job. We fucked up, and we should have communicated it, and we didn't. And fair play, the client lessened me because of it.
Stop trying to scale your agency on your own. It's a lonely pursuit, it's boring, it's tiring, it gets you on blood meds. Join agencyforge.com, a community, a mastermind, training from like-minded PPC agency owners and myself, Ed Leek. I was going to follow that up with a .com, but I'm not a .com, I'm a real person. Go check it out.